take your time. Don't rush the process, and like make a plan. Choose one method, choose one strategy, focus on one strategy.
Okay. Hi, Maalik. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for doing the interview. Please introduce yourself to the community. Tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from, how old you are, what you're doing, etc.
Okay, well, my name is Maalik Ford. I am 24 years old. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, that's the Caribbean. Um, I like to dance also. I also like to trade as well. Um, I also work as a system administrator. So that's basically about it.
Okay, so you're a part-time trader.
Yeah, part-time trader, full-time
Okay.
system admin.
Yeah. Okay. You want to switch that around? Maybe become a full-time trader one day?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely, yes.
Systems administrator not doing it for you? No.
It's honestly my field of study, but I
Yeah.
mean trading is like 10 times. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure,
yeah.
I understand. Okay, great. Okay, so what have you been trading lately? Have you been trading long?
No, I've been trading for like a year now, like a year and some months. So yeah, I'm now like getting down to like knowing more about myself in the charts and whatnot. But
Sure.
still facing challenges, but I'm getting there.
Okay, good stuff. All right. So, how's that journey been? Have you been trading your own funds, or you've been trading with prop accounts?
No, just prop firm because just started, don't have the capital that may needed.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
the
of
prop
course.
firm is definitely a big help out.
Yeah, yeah. How did you hear about FundedNext?
Um, Honestly, I was just like scrolling and some ads
Yeah.
popped up. I saw FundedNext, and what really stood out to me is the graphical user interface. It was really appealing to me, so I just looked at it. I decided that
Uh-huh.
I wanna move with FundedNext.
Okay, cool. And you're currently funded with FundedNext, or you're going through an evaluation?
Going through evaluation and funded.
Okay, cool. All right. So, what have you been trading? Any particular assets?
Well, when I started, my first pair I started to trade was GBP JPY, but
Oof.
unfortunately, that wasn't it for me. I was
Yeah,
introduced to like
that's not
the
the pair to learn on.
startup, yeah, and gold as well. That is, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they're
um,
two volatile assets, not the
very
easiest to
volatile,
trade. Yeah,
yeah, and very manipulative. So it's kind of hard for a beginner trader.
yeah,
But right now I'm just focused on indices,
yeah.
US30, NAS100.
Okay.
And to be honest, those pairs move beautiful. So I'm
Yeah,
enjoying those
yeah,
right
they do. Yeah, Nasdaq's a particularly nice trade.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite well behaved. Okay, so how do you trade Nasdaq then? What are your strategies? Are you a smart money trader or supply demand?
Honestly, it's a mixture, but my main strategy is basically breaker block. What breaker block is basically a failed order block. So this strategy was derived from ICT
ICT,
himself.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man.
So yeah. I used to trade supply and demand. I still do. It's smart money is ICT, but what really stood out to me was the breaker block because it really resonated with me. I could have
Yeah,
spotted in the markets easily because
yeah,
normally it would take me a while to like source certain setups with the other strategies I had, but these breaker blocks really stood out to me, and I saw more win rate and more probability with it, and I understood it more.
yeah.
Also, it's not just breaker block, it's a mixture with time. ICT call it a macro. It's like a specific time frame during the day where price pool to either take liquidity or run into inefficiency. So like it really like you see the market different. So it keeps you away from being manipulative, being accumulated. So
Yeah.
when the macro is about to come, like you literally see price starts getting faster and running into certain areas. So yeah, that stood out to
Okay.
me because I'm a person
Okay.
that like to know why and when. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Oh, it's always useful to know when. um, So
Yeah.
which macros are you referring to? Any particular time of day?
Yeah. Okay, so I have a couple. Particular time. Okay, so my favorite macro so far is the 9:50, 10:10. It has the 10:50, 11:10. It has the lunchtime macro. I never really saw much profitability with the lunchtime macro. It also has the 13:10 and the 14:20, which is the 2 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Okay. And you're a day trader, obviously. You're looking to take advantage of these
Yeah,
small
day trade,
moves in those macro times.
small moves. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And do you use the higher time frame at all, or are you just strictly a scalper, lower time frame trader?
Now I use the higher time frame for like billing analysis and daily bias, and I use the smallest time frame, the 1 minute for execution.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Could you show us a previous trade, maybe an example of a trade setup? US30 on the 1 minute.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, on the 1 minute. Right. So as you can see, I have my higher time frame point of interest here. It's a fair
What
value
is
gap
that?
on the higher time
It's a fair
frame.
value gap. Okay.
Right. And as you can see, my macro, the time frame, 10:50, 11:10. As you can see, within the macro, price came down and swept liquidity at this point into a higher time frame PDRA. So there's
Yeah.
like different rules that you must have a higher time frame PDRA. Also, paired with time and liquidity must be swept. So those three things. So higher time frame PDRA, liquidity swept, and paired with time. So
Yeah.
this is the failed order block here, also known as the breaker block. The highest candle before the last swept. Price
Yeah.
came back up with displacement, the fair value gap, enter right here at the breaker block, and target the recent high. So that's
Which is
basically my strategy.
that's the strategy. Okay. So higher time frame FVG, which is your
Yeah.
high time frame PD array. Okay. And then you're
Hmm.
looking for price to come back into that.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a bullish FVG, so we're looking for
Yeah.
price to retrace into it to
Correct.
reaccumulate. And then the
Correct.
breaker is the highest up close candle before that
Yeah.
liquidity sweep.
Sweep.
Okay, and
Yeah.
we need price to obviously close above that to
Close
invalidate
up.
that as an yeah,
Correct.
so invalidate as an order block, but validate it as a breaker. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, and that time window, that macro there, 10:50 to 11:10, that's New York time.
Yeah. New York time.
Okay, all right, okay. Is that a particular favorite time of yours? That one?
My favorite is in 9:50, but
Yeah,
the disadvantage is we never know what price is gonna do. So I sometimes have to keep checking back on the time frames to
sure.
see if all my confluence line up. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Okay, and then you're looking to enter there on the 1 minute.
under 1 minute, yeah.
And then what is your setup with regards to risk reward? What are you looking for?
I risk okay when I started I used to risk 1% per trade, but I realized that wasn't working for me, so I went down to 0.5 per trade. It gives me ease of mind in terms of not losing too much because I mean I don't like to lose, so losing little is very important for me. I'm trying to
Yeah.
maximize my winners. So I usually take like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But as price is in profits, like I say 1%, I usually put my stop loss break even.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. And
Yeah.
you're obviously the risk reward will be based around some kind of previous swing, as you said. So
Yes. Yes.
ideally that swing is going to be over 2R from your entry. Okay. In
Yes.
this example, I guess it's probably looking at something like more like 3R to 4R. Yeah.
Yeah. 3R. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, what do you do with regards to management of that position? Do you simply just move to break even, or are you taking partials, or is it just a one shot, one kill sort of trade?
I more or less do one shot, one kill,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I struggle with moving my stop loss to break even
Yeah.
quick sometimes, and prices come back and as be out and then spool up to my target. So yeah, I usually try to make it a one shot, one kill. If price
Yeah.
do reach up 1% in profit, I put my stop loss break even. Because like there's no reason to like see price come back down and
No. No. No.
yeah.
Sure. Okay. Okay, cool. Could you show us another example, maybe, just to clarify?
Okay, let me get another example.
Do you prefer NASDAQ or Dow 30?
I like both, but US30 moves a lot faster.
Yeah.
I honestly don't have much patience in sitting and watching price, so I like US30 for its speed.
Yeah, it is a bit more volatile for sure.
Yeah,
NASDAQ's not too bad though. It's certainly better than ES for sure. ES is the slowest
yeah, for
amongst them
sure, yeah.
all. It's way too slow for me.
Okay, so here's another example.
Okay.
Same bullish,
Yeah.
same bullish example. Okay, so my higher time frame POI here was the London sell side liquidity. Price
Okay.
came down,
Mm-hmm.
swept the London sell side. As you can
Mm-hmm.
see, the highest candle before the liquidity sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Price displaced. Most
Yeah.
important, price must displace and close above. And you wait for it to enter the breaker block. Sometimes I kind of like hesitate and think price will leave me. So sometimes I kind of have a too much of an early entry, as you can see here, as this one here. But
Mm-hmm.
fortunately, price just tapped in and came back up. Um, so I target the nearest point of liquidity, which is either this high or this high here.
Yeah.
And as you can see, price went straight up. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you have to execute in that window? Do
Um,
your rules not allow you to enter outside of that window?
Honestly, you don't have to, but from time on time watching the market, I see the movement, like the quick movements in price during those time window because I honestly can't like sit and watch a trade. I need like quick movements in and out, in and
Mm-hmm.
out. So with these time windows, it allows that for me. As you could see, outside the macro, price tends to manipulate and move
Yeah.
slow, and as
Yeah.
within that time frame, it spools up. So yeah,
Yeah.
I like those type of movement.
Yeah. Makes no sense to enter outside of that window.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. And are you buying in that particular scenario? Are you buying with a buy limit, or are you looking for something? You're entering at market. What's your
I I
execution?
more or lessly enter manually.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put limits, um, but I prefer to enter manually because I like to see how price behaves when it come back to my breaker block. 'Cause sometimes price can come straight down and the other block it fails sometimes. So I like to see price sometimes respecting the the breaker block at the
Mm-hmm.
midway, which is known as the mean threshold. I like to
Yeah.
sit respecting that specific point. If price sometimes come down and close below, I won't take the trade. But like in this example here, price came down and respect the midway. So then I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's good confirmation. So I would enter.
Yeah. Sure. I understand. Okay. And you're using a couple of indicators here. One obviously displaying the macro times,
Macro
and
times and
anything else?
one displays the fair value gaps for me.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
just fair value gaps. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, well, thanks for those two examples. That's pretty clear what your strategy is, and
Yeah.
yeah, excellent, excellent for
So
trading
this
US30 and Nasdaq with. Yeah. Okay, so
yeah.
that's an example, is it? Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a clear example. So you have your premium array, discount array, you must have a stop hunt and failed order block, price must close below, enter back at the breaker block,
Yeah.
and target the recent low. So
Target
that's
liquidity.
basically my
Yeah.
and most important time.
Yeah. Of course, time over price always. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, Malik. Thanks for that. That's great. I'm
no
sure
problem.
some traders will be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
So you only really need one of ICT's PD arrays to make a strategy.
yes.
You don't need a whole plethora of his
I
concepts.
don't.
No, exactly. Way too complicated to be trading all of the concepts. Okay. Okay, you showed us your strategy. So, any suggestions to FundedNext how they could improve their package? Or are you happy with the deals?
Okay, I must say I love FundedNext like to my heart because they have so much of what really stood out to me, the graphical user interface. They honestly take their time to understand their customers, they honestly take their time to make things easy and efficient for us. Um, if I would have to suggest something, I would suggest probably max to raise the allocation. One more thing could be probably like a VIP program. So like allow traders to allow traders to withdraw like instantly.
Okay.
Um
Yeah,
what
yeah,
else?
yeah, yeah.
Probably like a application. I know the web is fine, but sometimes an app could come in handy.
Yeah, I
Um
think there is an app in some countries.
an
A
app,
funded next app. There is a
okay,
funded next
but
app. Yeah.
probably is not available in my country.
No, it's not available
Uh,
in the UK either, but I think it is available in some countries. So that's
okay.
something. That's probably something they're looking at. Are you happy with the spread and the slippage on those two products, US30 and
Yes.
US100? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. No complaints.
No, they're pretty good, aren't they? You want MT5 or 4?
MT5 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
MT4 is kind of tedious. MT5 is way easier.
Yeah, yeah, it's much quicker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Much more reliable, in my opinion. Okay. I guess the final question really is any advice you could give to traders out there who are struggling to get funded, who are struggling with their discipline or anything else, anything you could push in their way?
Okay, so when I speak, I'm also speaking for myself because I am just getting started and I also
Sure.
face
Yeah.
challenges
Hmm.
and I also deal with a lot of stuff right now. So what I would say is take your time. Uh, don't rush the process. I know sometimes you might want it quick and easy, but you really need to like sit down and think about to, like make a plan. Know like how you're gonna overcome this, what you're gonna do. Study a lot. Choose one method because sometimes, well, for me, I at a point in time I was like learning a lot, and what I realized is I entered a phase of what ICT call is analysis paralysis. Is where like you learn a lot of
Yeah.
strategies, right? So when
Yeah.
you enter the market, you're seeing all these strategies, but
Yeah.
one
We've all
conflicts,
been there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you studying like if to enter here or whatnot, this mightn't work, and it conflicts each other. Really and truly, just choose one strategy, focus on one strategy. Don't like keep switching. If you lose, understand that losses is a part of trading, but ensure that your winners are bigger than your losers. Sure. Um, and yeah, just stay focused and don't give up.
Yeah, it's good advice. Yeah, try and narrow down what your strategy is to something which you can manage, yeah, and understand, rather than trying to be an expert in all areas. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, thanks, Malik. Thanks for your time. Good
No
luck
problem.
with the funded account. Yeah, speak to you again.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, see you. Bye.